If I'm understanding correctly, you're saying that your partner is 1 second, you guys are broken up, and at 1 second they're telling you, um, I love you, I care about you, I miss you. And then the next second they're like pushing you away, right?
Yeah, so basically this back and forth has been going on where we would like talk about not being together, but then I talk to her like this doesn't make sense, and then she's like, okay, we can work on it. And then eventually it got to a point where she was like, I can't do this, like I don't want to be with you. But at the same like the day before we like broke up, she was like, oh, I love you and like all this stuff, like you do make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
And when I seen her like probably 2 days ago to drop off some stuff,
Then she's cold
she had
again.
said, like, yeah, no, is cold. She acts cold, but she did admit she's like, I'd be lying if I said I didn't love you, and I do care about you, and I honestly, you make me so happy, but doesn't mean I have to be with you. And then she said, I don't want you, and I said, I know that's not true. And then she was like, I know. So it's just been like a big mind fuck, to be honest.
Sure. So it's fearful
But
avoidance is very come here, go away. Come here, go away. Do you know what I'm saying? So when they're saying come here, right, that's affection, that's attention, that's love, that's I miss you, that's I love you. And then you're like, okay, sounds good to me. So you start to, waddle towards them. And then they're like, wait, 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 too close, too close, too close. I'm uncomfortable with this. Go away, go away, go away. Then they start pushing you away. And then you're like, oh, okay, I thought we had a thing. We were dating and you told me you loved me and missed me and we had sex and stuff. So, okay, a little confusing. So you start to waddle away and then they get nervous, like they're going to be alone. And they go, no, 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 wait, wait, too far, too far. Come here, come here, come here, come here. It's that. It's a vicious cycle. And the only way out of fearful avoidance is boundaries and telling them, look, it's one or the other. And until you are consistent with this behavior, I cannot be consistent with you. In other words, give me a call when you change your mind. And then when they do, and they are showing consistent behavior, that's the key word here is consistency. Consistently trying, consistently meeting your boundaries, whatever your boundaries may be, which means you should know what your boundaries are. Like, do you want them to go to therapy? Do you want them to go to couples counseling with you? Maybe read a few books on attachment theory, things like that. Whatever your boundaries are, and then they meet your boundaries, and then once you see that consistency, then you guys can date. But until then, this like 1 foot in, 1 foot out bullshit. No dice. Mm-mm.
yeah, so I guess I'm not even sure if she really, because when we spoke, she was like, honestly, like, I don't care about the relationship. It's just like TV static in my head. And she's like, I'm done. Like, and I had said, well, we hadn't even tried like going to relation therapy. And she was said, oh, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to put any effort. I don't want to. So that's where it left off on the last time I seen her.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay. But then I don't know also if she is a fearful avoidant. Well, I know she's definitely avoidant.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just more of like, why does she like say that she's happy and loves me, but then says, but I don't want to be with you and you're not for me. And like she even told, I guess, her mom saying like, oh, he's just not for me. So I just like, well, what is going on? Like even her cousin was like, that's so confusing. Like you guys seem so happy. I was like, she said she was. We went to EDC. We've been doing all this great stuff. And then when she cut it off this time, she was like, okay, I can't do this. Like what you did, like it's hurting. Like every time I'm around them, like it triggers me and I just don't want to be around you. So I don't know if she's being like sporadic or.
No, she's just getting triggered. That's what they do, right? It's I'm very happy. I care about you. You make me happy. You make me smile. And then, oh, but I don't want to be with you. Like, go away. I don't want you. It's a fear of being vulnerable. And so, in order to capture that vulnerability or to own and take command of that vulnerability and make sure you don't see that vulnerability, they push you away. The hot and cold. What you're basically asking is why is she acting hot and cold?
Yeah,
Because you're letting her to some degree. Don't get me wrong. You are not
I get.
causing this. You are allowing it. How do you say? Because you are sticking around and watching her do it. All you need to do is say, okay, cool. Hey, give me a call if you change your mind consistently. Then leave. Stop calling her. Stop texting her. Stop pursuing her. Stop anything like that. Just stop until she is back and she is consistent with her behavior, not one or the other. So, like, let's say Let's say you leave her alone, and 2 months from now, she reaches out. She's like, I miss you so much, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe I've done any of this to you. I'm so sorry. And then 4 days later, then she's pushing you away again. The second you see that, dip. I'm out. You promised consistent behavior. You're not showing consistent behavior. I'm out.
Yeah, I guess this has been a mind fuck because she did like literally she bought me $100 toothbrush and I was like, you just told me you want to cut ties, but you're spending $100 on me.
It's an expensive ass toothbrush.
It's
What is
just
it made
been a
of?
big
Gold?
mess.
$100.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the Oral B IO, like the ones that like time you and tell you how to do everything.
It's got to be the
I
only
told her
stream
why
that
she
you can
just
talk about heartbreak and toothbrushes.
yeah. So anyways,
This is content.
it's just been it's been like a big thing with her, and then like I like when I got into her car to talk, I seen that she saw things of us and stuff, and now I'm just like, this makes no sense. You want to cut ties with me because you're quote unquote comfortable. She said that she gets too comfortable and she feels like she gets distracted. Shout out to Tearless Horizon for saying the same thing about being comfortable.
It's the same thing, man. It's making sure that they can keep one foot in the door. Everything you've said so far is some version of go away, but I love you, right? I don't want you. Here's a $100 toothbrush. Oral B. Nice and shiny. Whitening.
Yeah,
right? Here's toothpaste
exactly.
made of the finest charcoal from Zimbabwe or something. I'm being funny, but the whole point is it's the same mentality. It's go away. Wait a second. Come here. Wait, no, too close. Now I'm feeling smothered. Go away again. That's fearful avoidance. The way through it
So even with the
is boundaries. Boundaries.
okay, so even with her saying like she gets triggered and stuff, all stuff, it's the same like thing throughout. Everything she's saying is the same thing throughout.
It's the same pattern. It's the same animal with different spots, if that makes sense. She can buy you as much toothbrush and toothpastes as she wants, but until she's consistently buying you toothbrushes and toothpaste, it's not going to work.
My dental hygienist is in my head.
Yeah, right. She can go to dentistry school, man, but until she's being consistent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, brother. You know what you got to do. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Hey, tell everybody to like and subscribe.
Hey, like and subscribe, please. He gives good content. It's amazing. It'll cheer you up.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you. Peace.
Peace.
You heard the man. Like and subscribe.